color. What do I mean by saying it has good color? You know, oftentimes I hear people say, wow, that's got really good color. Well, what do they mean by that? Do they know what good color is? Well, what I'm going to do is show you my interpretation of good color. And I'm going to show you ways to kind of see color differently. Okay? So it's kind of a Zen thing. Because when I say it has good color, I mean all colors are in kind of balance with each other. They have a quality where your eyes aren't doing too much wobbling around into a picture. You know, sure you're looking around at things, but there's something in that photo that is a color that you're going to pay attention to that object in the photo or an object in the painting. Just because, let's say the whole painting is like a light brown, it has brown tones, and then all of a sudden you come upon this teal flower or something like that, and that teal flower really just pops. And you'll often hear people say, that color just pops. Okay? And I'll show you what that means too. At least my interpretation of what that means. So what we're going to do is make a document that's 8.5 by 11 by 72 and talk about color for a little bit. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is first show you that relaxation is the key to all things within a good painting, a good photograph, a good anything. So what you should do here is, before you get started with any kind of document as far as like designing good color, and this might be a palette later on, is first take this document and take your paint bucket tool and fill the background with a new black color on a new layer. And the reason I do this is because, first off, you should never paint on white, and second, you should never paint on black. So what happens is there's a bridge point, and you're going to reach it with this, and you should do this yourself, is you take this and you lower it down, but you take your eyes and you take them and relax your eyes as best you can. Don't concentrate on any of the numbers on the rulers, just concentrate on the center of the document. And what you do is lower this, and as you lower it, you're going to feel your eyes either get shocked like that, and your eyes are going to pop right open, and it's going to start relaxing right about here in your color tone. Now this is my gray value that I kind of use. This is like about 52 to 58% gray. Everybody's different, so you're going to have to find your own percentage of gray. And what you should do is learn to relax your eyes when you're using Photoshop. Oftentimes I see students plunging into the screen. They're about 2 inches away from the screen, and they're not relaxed. They're very arched. They're stooped over, and they're trying to come up with a very cool thing. You're never going to be able to relax enough to ever produce anything. Get over it. Okay? So relax. There's no mistakes here. Okay, now we make a new layer. I'm going to choose two very random colors, and I'm not thinking about harmonies. I'm just talking color right now. So I'm just going to plop down a really bright red. Okay, make this 80% to 100% red. Okay, and maybe I'll just use this purple too. Okay, now what happens? Well, if you use the same two colors, you don't have to use the same two colors, but you notice the red one is very bright, and the purple one is kind of muted a little bit. Okay, the bright one pops out, and it almost hurts my eye to even kind of look at it next to the purple one. Okay, and that is popping. Okay, but the point here is we have to kind of look at color a little bit differently. I mean, not oftentimes do I take a photograph with that purple and that red in the photograph at all. You know what I mean? Unless you're photographing kid toys, then you're going to get that a lot. I noticed that with my new daughter. Her kid toys are just awesome to photograph. So what I want to do is introduce you to several tools within here to kind of look at color a little bit differently. And we're going to start tweaking color using things like this. There's the color palette. And oftentimes there's many different sliders. Here's RGB sliders. Okay, well, if you're talking color and you're talking about how to change color to look nice, you can't use these because RGB colors are really hard to wrap your head around as far as picking a new color that would go with that. But on the other hand, there is a thing called HSB. And the HSB allows you to, let's say I capture this color and I want to just add a tint to it. Okay? And then I can take this new tint of this color and put it right next to it. And maybe I keep continuing to do so. Okay? That looks nice together. Okay, the red, you know, same thing. Let's talk about tints. So I'm just adding a bit of black to these. Okay, again, equally nice. But what would go good with these two colors and make them pop further? Well, to do that, you'd have to know a lot about the color wheel. And I could teach you the color wheel, but there is a nice little feature now in here with Cooler. And what I want to do in the next video, because I'm running out of time on this one, is kind of go into the color balance of things. And we're going to use Cooler to do that. So please meet me in the next video.